Hello, and a very warm welcome to our peaceful corner of the world. Thank you so much for carving out a little time to sit with us today.
Yes, a very warm welcome back, everyone. We know the world outside is noisy, busy, and constantly demanding your attention, so we are truly grateful you decided to slow down and practice your English with us right now.
I am Emma.
And I'm Henry. This is your safe, comfortable space to improve your English through real, honest conversations about daily life.
Today, we are going to dive into a topic that affects almost every single one of us, no matter our age or where we live. But before we introduce it, I want to ask you a very honest question.
Oh, starting with a deep question today. I'm ready.
Have you ever spent 20 minutes writing a simple text message or an online comment? You type it out, you read it, you erase a sentence, you change a period to an exclamation mark so you don't sound angry, you read it 5 more times, and then suddenly you just delete the entire thing and put your phone away?
Oh, absolutely. More times than I want to admit. You exhaust yourself trying to craft the perfect message that won't offend anyone.
Or what about this? Have you ever put on an outfit that you really loved while standing in your bedroom, but right before you opened the front door to leave the house, you changed into something completely boring because you thought, what will the neighbors think of me?
Yes, I know that feeling perfectly. You suddenly feel like everyone is waiting outside your house just to judge your jacket. You imagine people whispering, looking at you strangely, or thinking you're trying too hard to be fashionable.
Exactly. So you stay quiet. You wear the boring clothes, you delete the message, you hide your true personality. And what about when you're driving alone in your car, Henry?
Oh, when I'm driving alone, I am the most confident speaker in the world. I practice brilliant conversations in my head. I say the perfect words, I'm funny, I'm clever, and my English is absolutely flawless.
But when you actually arrive at the party or the meeting, you freeze. The words disappear. You just smile and nod because you are terrified of an invisible jury.
An invisible jury. That is exactly what it feels like. Like you're always on trial in a courtroom, and random strangers are deciding if you're acceptable or not.
And that's exactly what we're talking about today. We're talking about why we care so incredibly much about what other people think, and more importantly, how to finally stop holding back.
This is such a vital conversation. It's a completely normal human feeling, but it can steal so much joy and freedom from our lives if we let it control us.
And as always, we're going to explore this deep topic using simple, clear, and calm English. If you're an intermediate learner around the B1 or B2 level, this episode is perfectly designed for you.
And if you consider yourself a beginner, please do not worry at all. Just relax, listen to the gentle rhythm of our voices, and catch the words you already know. You absolutely do not need a dictionary to enjoy this time with us.
So, Henry, let's start at the very beginning. Why do we do this? Why do we care if a completely random stranger at the supermarket likes our shoes or judges our English pronunciation? Why does it physically hurt?
I think we have to look back a very long time. Thousands of years ago, human beings lived in very small tribes. If the tribe didn't like you, or if you did something strange, they would leave you behind in the forest.
And back in those days, being left behind by your tribe meant you would not survive the winter. You would literally die.
Exactly. So caring deeply about the group's opinion was not just a psychological issue, it was a physical survival skill. Our brains are still wired with that ancient alarm system. We believe that if someone disapproves of us today, we're in physical danger.
But the modern world is completely different. Today, our tribe is not just 50 people sharing a fire in the forest. The modern tribe is everyone on the internet, everyone in your office building, and everyone walking on the street.
It is completely exhausting. We're trying to please a tribe of millions, and our ancient brains are in a constant state of panic. We treat a random person leaving a slightly negative comment on social media like a dangerous tiger in the forest.
That is a perfect comparison. And this fear makes us abandon the things we truly love.
It really does. Let me share a slightly embarrassing personal story about this. A few years ago, I was walking past a small clothing store in the city, and I saw a bright, sunny yellow sweater in the window.
A sunny yellow sweater.
That sounds lovely and very cheerful.
It was beautiful. I walked into the store. I put it on in the fitting room, and looking in the mirror, I felt so alive. I felt like my true self. I was smiling. But the moment I took my wallet out to pay, the invisible jury appeared in my mind.
Oh no. What did the jury say to you?
The jury was very loud. They said, "Henry, you are a serious teacher. Serious men do not wear bright yellow. People will think you look like a giant lemon. Your colleagues will laugh at you when you walk into the cafe."
That is the voice of fear speaking. So what did you actually do?
I took off that beautiful yellow sweater, handed it back to the store clerk, and I bought a very boring dark black sweater instead. I left the store feeling completely defeated. I abandoned my own joy for the imaginary opinions of strangers.
That breaks my heart a little bit, but I understand it completely because we all do it. We create a cage out of other people's opinions, and then we lock ourselves inside it. We throw away the key.
We do, and the most ironic and funny part about all of this is that those people are not even looking at us.
Which brings us perfectly to our first practical tip on how to stop caring so much. We have to understand a psychological concept called the spotlight effect.
The spotlight effect. Imagine walking onto a dark theater stage and a massive bright white light hits you right in the face.
Yes, when we walk into a room, a meeting, or a party, we feel like there is a massive spotlight shining directly on us. We are convinced that everyone is noticing our bad haircut, or the tiny coffee stain on our shirt, or our slight accent when we speak English.
We think everyone has a camera and they are recording our mistakes. But what is the actual reality, Emma?
The reality is that everyone else in that room is walking around holding their own imaginary spotlight, and they are pointing it directly at themselves. They are the star of their own movie.
So while you are worrying about your English grammar, the person listening to you is worrying if their bread smells bad or if they left the oven on at home.
Exactly. It's like walking through a crowded city where every single person is just looking into a hand mirror. Nobody is actually looking at you.
That thought is incredibly freeing. We are all just background actors in everyone else's movie. People are simply too busy worrying about their own insecurities to spend energy judging yours.
Exactly. Once you truly accept that people are not paying attention to you, it feels like taking off a heavy backpack that you've been carrying for years. You can finally stand up straight and breathe.
I love that visual. So tip number 1 is to constantly remind yourself of the spotlight effect. What is our second tip for our listeners today?
Tip number 2 is to practice small rebellions.
A small rebellion. That sounds very exciting and a little bit dangerous. What does that actually mean?
A rebellion is when you fight against the rules, but a small rebellion means you intentionally do something tiny that breaks a social expectation, just to prove to your anxious brain that the world does not end.
Can you give us a normal, everyday example of a small rebellion?
Of course. Let us say a casual acquaintance invites you to a large dinner party on a Friday night, but you've had a terrible week at work, you're completely exhausted, and you just want to sleep.
The invisible jury would immediately say, you have to go. If you do not go, they will hate you, they will talk about you, and you would die alone in the forest.
Exactly. The fear takes over. So your small rebellion is to politely say no, without writing a massive novel of fake excuses. You do not lie and say your car broke down or your cat is sick.
You just offer a simple, polite no.
Yes, you just send a message saying, "Thank you so much for the lovely invitation, but I need some quiet time to rest tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful dinner." And then you turn off your phone.
That feels absolutely terrifying the first time you do it. You sit on your sofa expecting the police to knock on your door because you said no to a party.
But the police do not come. The person usually just replies, "No problem, get some rest, maybe next time." And your brain learns a very powerful, life-changing lesson.
You learn that you can choose yourself, you can protect your peace, and you will still survive. The tribe will not abandon you.
It builds an emotional muscle, Every single time you say no to something you do not want to do, you are saying yes to your true self.
That is a wonderful exercise. I'm going to practice a small rebellion this week, and I think that naturally leads us to our third and final tip for today.
Yes, tip number 3 is that you have to start trusting your internal compass more than the external map.
An internal compass. I really like that image. A compass tells you which way is true north.
Exactly. When we constantly ask for other people's opinions, we're using their external map to navigate our own life. We ask our friends and family, is this a good career for me? Is this a good relationship? Is my English good enough to travel?
We want them to give us the green light. We want them to validate us and tell us we are safe.
But the problem is, their map was drawn for their life, with their fears and their experiences. It was not drawn for you. Your internal compass is your intuition, your personal values, and the things that bring you genuine joy.
So, going back to my story about the yellow sweater, my internal compass said, this bright color makes you feel happy and alive. Buy it. But I checked the external map, which said, society prefers men to wear dark, serious colors.
And you followed the map instead of your own compass.
I did. And because of that, I missed out on wearing something that brought me joy. If you constantly navigate your life by what other people think, you will end up at a destination that you don't even like.
That is so beautifully and sadly said. If you follow the external map, you will build a life that looks completely perfect on the outside to strangers, but feels completely empty and exhausting on the inside to you.
We do not want that for you, our wonderful listeners. We want you to live a life that feels authentic, comfortable, and true to your own compass.
Even if that means making a mistake in public, or wearing a bright yellow sweater, or having a heavy accent when you speak a second language.
We always say this, but your accent is beautiful. Your mistakes are beautiful. They are proof of your courage. They mean you are brave enough to try something difficult. Never, ever let the invisible jury make you feel ashamed of your progress.
Exactly. You are doing wonderfully just by being here. Now, before we finish our conversation for today, let us slow down even more and take our calm word tour.
This is the moment where we review the strong, interesting vocabulary we used in today's chat. Just relax, take a deep breath, and let the English meaning settle deeply into your mind.
Our first phrase today is invisible jury.
An invisible jury. A jury is the group of people in a real courtroom who decide if someone is guilty or innocent. So an invisible jury is the imaginary group of people in your head that you think are always judging your actions and your choices.
For example, she wanted to start a YouTube channel, but she was too afraid of the invisible jury. Or, you must stop letting the invisible jury choose your clothes. Invisible jury.
Our next phrase is to hold back.
To hold back. This means to stop yourself from doing or saying something because of fear, hesitation, or nervousness. You keep your true feelings hidden inside.
For instance, he knew the answer to the teacher's question, but he held back because he was shy. Or, do not hold back your tears. It is okay to cry. Hold back.
Our third important concept is the spotlight effect.
The spotlight effect. This is the psychological feeling that everyone is looking directly at you and noticing your flaws, when in reality, they are not paying attention to you at all.
For example, I spilled coffee on my white shirt and felt the spotlight effect all morning, but my coworkers did not even notice. Or the spotlight effect makes us worry about tiny mistakes that nobody sees. Spotlight effect.
Then we talked about a beautiful concept, a small rebellion.
A small rebellion. A rebellion is usually a big, violent fight against a government or strict rules. But a small rebellion is a tiny, peaceful choice to do things your own way, breaking the pressure to be perfect.
For instance, leaving the dirty dishes in the sink to go read a book was her small rebellion for the day. Or wearing bright red shoes with a gray suit was his small rebellion. small rebellion.
And finally, we used the phrase internal compass.
Internal compass. A physical compass shows you the direction of north, but metaphorically, your internal compass is your deep feeling of what is right, wrong, or joyful for your own life, independent of what others think.
For example, when she had to choose a university, she ignored her friends and followed her internal compass. Or his internal compass told him it was time to change careers. Internal compass.
Wonderful. That concludes our Calm Word Tour for today. You absolutely do not need to memorize all of these words and phrases right now.
Just choose one single phrase that connected with your heart today and try to use it in your mind or in a sentence this week.
And we would love to hear from you. We have a very small challenge for you today.
Yes, we want you to go down to the comment section and tell us about one small rebellion you are going to practice this week.
Are you going to wear a bright color that you usually hide? Are you going to politely say no to an unnecessary meeting? Are you going to speak English in public without apologizing for your grammar?
Write it in the comments in English. It does not have to be perfect. We genuinely read every single one, and we love seeing your courage and your progress.
You do not have to live your life for the invisible jury anymore. You are the captain of your own ship, and you hold your own compass.
Thank you so much for sharing your precious time with us today. If you found comfort or value in this episode, please take a second to like and subscribe. It truly helps our quiet community grow and reach other learners.
Take a deep breath. Trust your internal compass this week, and we will see you next time. I am Henry.
And I am Emma. Take very good care of yourselves.